What does surfing mean to you?
Kind of gives me substance. I don't really know what else I'd be doing with myself right now. I kind of have like a checklist on North Shore before I can leave Oahu, like for good. Gotta like get bombs at the big three, like Waimea, Sunset Beach and Pipeline. So that's gonna take a really fucking long time.
I think it's honestly just like the pull towards the ocean. It's just like, I remember there were so many times back home, like my back is killing me, like I don't know, like I was injured or sprained something, and I don't know, like I probably shouldn't be going out, or like someone would advise me not to, but it's literally just like the pull towards the ocean. It's that powerful. And there's no feeling like it. It's better than anything.
What are your favorite spots to surf on North Shore?
Favorite spot, hands down, is log cabins. Really fast, underrated wave because of how sketchy it is. The reef sticks out a lot, so kind of weeds people out pretty quick. So it's never crowded. You'll look at pipe and there'll be like 200 guys, and then logs is like sometimes the exact same wave, like 10 dudes, 5 dudes. It's pretty cool. Rock piles, Sunset Beach when it gets big, and then Waimea Bay, but that's what's scary.
I really like chuns. I think it's really fun. It's like not a huge paddle out. There's a nice left there. It's pretty, yeah, I like heading out there. And also like some breaks in Haleiwa are pretty good. I longboard, so I don't ever go out at like pipe.
Right now, what type of board are you riding?
Oh yeah, I'm on this, it's like a 5'10", or like 6, no, I think it's 6'0". It's like an epoxy squash tail thruster by Rusty. It's not my favorite board. It's not my least favorite board.
Right now I'm riding a 9.0 Ken Jacobs longboard. I really like this board compared to my one back home. Back home I have a 9.0 and it has a single fin, but this has like a thruster setup, so I feel like I'm able to like get down the line a lot faster. I like the rocker in this one better, so it's more like this a little bit, so like it doesn't nosedive as easily as my one back home. Yeah, I don't know, I just find this one's easier to like walk on and like make it to the end of the nose and back. I really love this board. It's an old beater, and like we've had so many people tell my friend and I that this thing should be like mounted on a wall, but like we're not ready to give it up yet.
What's your most memorable experience surfing? Like a crazy wipeout or like the best wave?
I think the best wave I've ever gone, I didn't even think it was big. I went to log cabins last year, and I went out and it's just like, just pumping. It was almost triple overhead. And I caught my very first one, and like, it all happened so fast. I felt like I bombed a hill skateboarding, like dropped into a half pipe and got to the bottom, and I was almost sideways, just looking at my knuckles. I was looking forward, and like, maybe like kind of like 2 or 3 feet in front of me is just the lip crashing down in front of me, and I was just like white knuckled, like sideways, like trying to like not fall. Everything went white, and then just spat out to like the clearest blue sky, and just like big like spit blow out. It was like almost like my impression in the spit, and I was just like jaw to the floor. Like I've never felt something like that. I just kicked my board out. And, like,
Most memorable moment. I feel like it would have to be when one of the first times like me and my best friend went out together, like when we were first still getting to know each other, and there's this place called Long Beach where I live, and it's just like this huge stretch of beach, and like it's just like bordered by like deciduous forests and mountains, and it's really beautiful spot to go out. And the sun was getting low in the sky, and it was just getting to be like golden hour sunset, and I was with one of my best friends, and we were just having like the most epic session of our lives, and we had so much fun. I was so late to work that day just because we lost track of time. We didn't want to get out of the water, and that's definitely one of my favorite surfing memories. This is like when I was first starting, and I was still like on like a soft top board or whatever, and I remember going out with some friends one day, and like it was heavy, like it was getting pretty big. And they were like, I don't know, Nicole, like maybe you should just like stay on shore and like shoot instead. And I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna go out. And so I paddled for this one wave, and it just jacked up and crashed down right on top of me and like sent me for a tumble underwater, and I like get up after it felt like so long underwater. And I look over and I just see like my little red foam board just like teetering, snapped in half. And I just remember like being out there and I was like, well, fuck, now I have to like drag this thing back into shore. And yeah, that was just like, it was super memorable because I remember like being underwater for so long thinking like everything's going black and sparkly. I was like, I have no idea which way's up. And then all of a sudden like hitting air and then like another set comes in and hits me. And my poor board is just snapped in half, floating away.
Oh, I'm trying to remember her name. It's she's nominated for an award. She surfs Jaws and like huge Puerto Escondido. I like Stephanie Gilmore a lot. Sally Fitzgibbons is sick. She is. Cassidy Moore, I think. There's like one girl, I forget her name. She's like 16, but she's on like the circuit, and that's pretty sick.
Yeah, so I really look up to a couple pro surfers from Tofino. They're all going to be like on the Canadian Olympic surf team, which is awesome because most people, when they think of Canada, they think of skiing or snowboarding. You know, you don't think of cold water surfing. So one of my role models that I look up to, it's funny because she's 16, so you wouldn't think to like look up to someone like that, but she absolutely rips, and she's already sponsored by Rip Curl, and she's been traveling to Australia and Peru, and she does all these really like remote trips like up into the Sound. And she's just like an incredible surfer, and she's only 16, she's gonna go so far. And this other guy, Pete DeVries, he's also gonna be on Canada's Olympic surf team. And it's just amazing seeing what people are doing. Like when you think of Canada, you don't think of surfing. So seeing people like this come out of here, coming out of like the cold water and like the adversity and just like how hard it is to surf there, I think that's so awesome.
Oh, this is more of a California board. It's a Lost Mayhem. It's really light. It's not glass super thick, so it's really kind of hard to paddle. This thing's sick. I kind of hate it, I kind of love it. It's epoxy, so like, I can't break it. Like I haven't broken it, I'm really stoked. It paddles really well for like small days or when it's like kind of big. I never liked this board. I'm glad I broke it. Didn't like it, I don't know. Love this thing, I love this board. It's just a move or die. Yeah, this is like a San Diego shaper. Made it for my brother's like karate sensei. Gross smell good. It's yeah, they're called Move or Die. I mean, this thing handles, but log cabins took it away from me, so I just retired it. This is a remake on like a 70s board. Roy Russell is a shaper for this brand, Lightning Bolt. They made all the best boards in the world for a while. This group of shapers under the Lightning Bolt brand. This thing's an absolute weapon. It's like maybe, doesn't even have dimensions on it. It's 7'8" maybe? Yeah, it's not quite 7'10", but it's probably as heavy as like an 8.5 foot gun. So it's really nice to have. It's for like huge sunset, big pipeline. I got this custom shape for me before I moved out here. It's like a rounded pin, quad fin. Wave Weapons are in Oceanside, California. They do good. But yeah, I don't know. They just aren't really the best board I've ever really had. I don't know. And then this isn't even mine. I get scared even moving this thing. It's my buddy's brand new gun. It's a 10.6. It's like outer reefs and like maxing Waimea, just like this. It's like a board you pray before you take out.